Will Joel Kinnaman be in Altered Carbon Season 2? Netflix hasn't announced whether the show has been recommissioned, and as such there's not much information about whether House of Cards actor Joel Kinnaman will be reprising his role as envoy Takeshi Kovacs. The Netflix show, based on the hard-boiled cyberpunk novels by Richard K. Morgan, is set 300 years in a future world where people can live forever thanks to the huge advances in technology. Humans have their consciousnesses downloaded digitally and put into a new body, known as a sleeve, when their existing one gets old. After a bit of disorientation called needle casting, people adjust to their new bodies with their memories intact and are able to live infinite lives. Altered Carbon Season 2 release date. Therefore, it's possible that Kinnaman could return or end up being replaced by another actor in a second installment. Altered Carbon showrunner Laeta Kalogridis recently said, "I never thought of recasting in terms of switching out people punitively, but rather that one of the most interesting things about the material is it does not require a specific actor to play Takeshi Kovacs. If anything, it's quite the opposite, and to the degree you can figure out who Kovacs is in any particular sleeve is part of the appeal. What is a meth in Altered Carbon? So what's going on is, I don't have a second season yet. I know Joel will be amazing in whatever he does. I don't know what the schedule is, or what our schedule is. And this is a world that allows you to never say never, given that Altered Carbon also allows characters to change genders." Kalogridis told Entertainment Weekly that it was something she'd considered. "I totally have thought about Kovacs being a woman," she continued. "I've discussed that with the studio and network precisely because I think that's part of the promise of this type of story. You can explore what those gender differences mean from the inside and not just the outside." Altered Carbon ending explained. Will there be another season of Altered Carbon? Not yet. Altered Carbon fans are still waiting for the streaming giant to make a decision on the Netflix original series, Kalogridis stated. "First of all, a blanket statement that everybody seems to not quite know yet, but I'm hyper-aware of. I don't have a second season, and I didn't make a deal with Joel, or much of anybody, beyond the first season due to the structure of the books. However, given the fan reception after Altered Carbon dropped on Netflix earlier this month, it looks like it could get a follow-up." Additionally, Altered Carbon has been adapted from the first of a series of novels feature Takeshi Kovacs, which leaves the door open for more seasons. What is an envoy in Altered Carbon? Who will be in the cast of Altered Carbon Season 2? Again, this is up in the air, but could potentially see the cast returning for a second outing. If Altered Carbon did keep its cast, then Joel Kinnaman would probably be back as futuristic mercenary Takeshi Kovacs, Renee Elise Goldsberry as Quell, Chris Falconer and Chris Connor as Edgar Poe. However, due to the lack of constraints in the Altered Carbon universe, potentially anyone return. "I loved working with the entire cast. There isn't anybody I wouldn't want to work with again. Exactly what form that would take in that world, we have a lot of freedom," Kalogridis said. However, if Altered Carbon decides to have a cast shake-up like The Crown, then we could see a whole host of new actors joining the show. Altered Carbon is available to watch on Netflix.